Prime Minister Liz Truss said the package of support to protect firms from soaring energy bills will apply from the 1st of October and will make sure businesses are able to get through the winter. The expected wholesale price of energy will be cut in half for businesses under a scheme which will run for 6 months.
Yes, well, let's speak to Jeff Moody now, our reporter. He's been speaking to businesses. Jeff, just tell us where you are and how businesses and business owners have been reacting to this news.
Well, I'm here at Ashby's restaurant, which is in Winchester, a restaurant that was only established just after the pandemic hit, just after lockdown, so it hasn't been going long, but it's really managing to survive the buffeting, if you like, of all of these increases pretty well. So I'm going to talk to the owner, James, who can explain to me what his plans are and what his plans have been so far. James, you decided to create Ashby's restaurant just after the pandemic, didn't you? That was a strange time to go into hospitality.
Correct, it was. We took some risks at the time, but we understood what the risks were. We were obviously very encouraged and hopeful about what we could achieve at the time, and we had a very fixed idea in our minds of what we would be proposing, what would be actually putting on offer to the general public at the time.
What would you like to see? What do you need to see from this mini budget on Friday?
I think like any other business owner, you kind of start a year, you start a business understanding what your overheads are and what your costs are, your fixed costs are, most importantly. The variables obviously are variables and they change through the year. For example, we kind of thought 2 or 3 months ago that our utilities bill for the year would be around about £4,500, and to be told that potentially could be 10 times the amount obviously makes you think, well, how are we supposed to survive that? I think what we're hoping to see this week is that the cap will come into place, which from what I understand will do, understandably at less than half of what the original kind of increase would be. That still leaves us in quite a difficult place. So it's how do we manage and what are we as a business and what is our offering based on that increase in overheads.
So is it enough, do you think, just under half?
Well, I don't know. I mean, of course, it's never enough, but it's a long way to go to get us to the point where we can actually make it work. We have to be clever in what our offering is and what we do. We're all entrepreneurs, we're all independent business owners, and it's to understand actually what we need to do to pivot on our current business model to make it sustainable and to actually make it work for us and to actually provide a good offering.
What do you think you can do? How flexible can you be, and what sort of measures will you be introducing?
Well, we need to sweat the asset further, so I'll probably open longer. I'll do more hours myself. And the offering that we need to do needs to stretch way beyond our kind of regular 9 to 5. So we'll move into evenings. We have a big student population in Winchester as well. There's going to be lots of weird and wonderful things that we're going to do for the students. So we just kind of need to do more. But at the same time, we need to have one eye, obviously, on the fixed costs and the overheads and make sure that we don't kind of increase the running cost while we are obviously increasing our hours that we're opening for.
OK, James, well, for now, thank you very much indeed. James has been talking to us about some of the measures that he can introduce to try and buffet those storms, but obviously we await the big announcement on Friday.